What's up, Ken folks? Real quick, I just got off work. I'm sitting here editing this video, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it's kind of windy, and so the audio isn't too good. But real quick, in a short span, I'm gonna tell you guys exactly what I was doing. But just watch the full video. So on those days when it gets windy, like really, really windy, those are the days I like to put on the bobber. And the reason I like to throw on the bobber on those real windy days, so if you got a lot of chop on the water, that means your bobber is going to be moving. That means your bait is going to be constantly moving. So on this specific day, we got on a little quick bite. Caught some real decent fish real quick. Due to the bobber. So I know people like, man, it's too windy. I can't throw a 1/32. That's when you get a bobber, a weighted bobber preferably, and throw it out there and slowly switch them back. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, see you on the next one, guys. Country Boy Passion. All right, let's start today's video. Oh, got our first fish. It's a pretty decent one too. It's a big crappie. It's a big old white crappie. Y'all, how to catch them crappie from the bank with a bobber. Y'all stay tuned. You don't want to miss this video. Oh, got our first fish. It's a pretty decent one too. It's a big crappie. It's a big old white crappie. In there, see if we can catch another one. So pretty much all we doing, guys, is just kind of twitching this bait. I found a shallow bank, and this time of year, these fish like to come up shallow. And the only reason they up shallow is they want to do that spawn thing. So hopefully today we can catch one of those colored up males. Oh, there's one. Got another one. They're stacked up over here. It's another big crappie. They're sitting over here in this. Come on, big girl. Come on, big girl. Big girl. She swallowed that bait. She swallowed that bait. Y'all don't know what I'm using. That's that eye hole. Hook came right out. Eye hole with that Guggen bumping bug. Goodness gracious, they're destroying that. Here's a better look at it. One of my pinchers are gone. Technique, and then one thing, crappie tastes phenomenal. If you haven't had a crappie, I highly recommend you eating one. They're the best tasting fish in the freshwater, in my opinion. Between that and a sauger, it doesn't get too much better eating. Striped bass pretty good. You know, people love catfish. Catfish is good too, but that crappie, oh man, that crappie it doesn't taste fishy. It's very flaky. It's just good. And these fish coming up shallow, and this is when you could, you know, really get away with. So there's one. That's a good one. That one ain't as big as the last one, so that's a good one. That might be a bass. No, swimming towards me. We're about to see what it up. It's digging now. It must be a crappie. Yep, big girl. And the key thing with these fish, y'all always want to make sure you keep that pressure on them. There's number 3, another keeper. That's a big girl. Hook pop right out. Make sure you keep tension on, just because of that reason right there. That they will pop that hook out of their mouth. I like to work my areas, you know, real thoroughly, you know, because these fish, they'll spawn up really close around each other. So you may catch one, you know, right there. You may cast in the same spot, and one may come off of its bed and hit it. But these fish, they kind of, you know, they'll spawn pretty close to each other. So you can have, you know, 4 or 5 fish within like a 3 yard span. I've been getting blow-ups on my court, you know, kind of like a bluegill, but a little bit more aggressive. You know, I'll be catching crappie, and then one cast, the court just get blew up on. And it kind of got me feeling like maybe that was a crappie. I don't know. Let's see, can we go 4 for 4? We definitely got one to hit it, so see if we can go 4 catches. 4 for 4 catches, but we definitely got. Let's go here. Oh, there's one. There's one. I don't know if that's a crappie. That might be a bass. Let's see. He hit it right around the bank. I hope this is a male crappie. Yeah, it's a crappie. Just a little female. Not a little female, that's a big. When I say little, y'all, so I know some people that don't, okay, what's the good size crappie? So in Alabama, they have to be 9 inches long. I've caught, hundreds of crappie over the 2 years I've been crappie fishing. Really, that fish is warm. They have to be 9 inches. So people always ask me, okay, what's like a good, what's like a good crappie? Like, what's a good size crappie? I always say, if you catch a crappie a pound, that's a good fish anywhere you go. Now, like a giant crappie, sometimes you'll hear me guys, freak out over, say giant because I see a quick glimpse of the fish or something. But I would say a giant, right when you start getting, a pound, just shy of 2 pounds, right at 2 pounds, that's a giant crappie to me. Now, how big do crappie get? Crappie typically can get up to, I think the state record, maybe 4 pounds. So a 3 pound crappie is giant, like really giant. 2.5 is a giant to me. Really a 2 pound crappie is a giant to me. So you got two. So just think about this. They don't get typically bigger than 4 pounds, and you're not just going to go out and just catch a whole bunch of 2 pound fish unless you just like in a well managed area. But it's not as common to catch a 2 pound crappie. So if you got a crappie that's like 1.5 pounds, that's a real reputable fish. I would say a pounder is pretty, it's pretty sought after. I mean, that's a good fish. And then it also depends on what state you're in. So I know, like, I think Mississippi, their fish have to be 12 inches long. So, a pounder might be smaller than them, because if you don't know, Mississippi got some hogs. They go down there and catch those 2 pounders. That's what they do. I want to book a trip and go down there one of these years and hopefully meet up with the right kind of people and kind of direct me in an area where I should be fishing or something like that.